How do you assess our government, our governors under this administration?
Thank you, my friend. It's a pleasure. Having you. On this discussion.
Thank you.
Looking at development, in our state, and looking at the amount of money that this administration is paying to the executive governors of it, not only in my state, different states. And if from my own assessment, I don't think considering what has been going in, I don't think they are justified. The amount of money that they are receiving is not being justified.
Wow. Okay. If the federal government, if they are not developing the way your own assessment,
Okay.
what do you advise His Excellency President Tinubu to do in that regard?
For me, development, I believe, is an individual stuff. It's a thing of the mind. Any governor, I believe, that is progressive. Any governor, I believe, that is visionary. When it comes to development, you don't need to tell him. He knows what to do. If whether you give him small money or not, in fact, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, how much you give him, whether small or what or big. As far as what, no, it's not a thief. He will do what, no, he will justify, what those money be given to me, is meant for. Okay. We will see development.
Okay. Recently, there's one of the governors in the north that used several billions to feed cows, and I don't know some of those things. And here also, you are from Imo State.
Yes.
So let's look at Imo State. Has your governor, Hope Uzodinma, done well as a governor?
That's I said earlier on that this thing is a what? No, it's an individual, something. A governor that is, that is visionary, that knows what is good, and that is progressive in nature. We don't need to tell him, whether, as I said, whether he receives much or little, okay, you will see development. Like, you were talking of one state, that the governor, is it did what, invested in cows and all those stuff. For me, if I were to be in the shoe of that governor, it's a misplacement of priority. Because the money you are receiving, look at how to, the impact you should be able to do what, make it humans. It is human that you're governing, not animals. You understand? Like in my state now, though I've not been there for a quiet now, but from what I'm hearing, in fact, I learned that what is doing well. That's what I can say for now.
Okay, thank you so much. Presently, recently the governor of Abia State. Recently he is in the news every day. You see Alex Oti, one project or the other commissioner. But there's one recently he did. One of them that he stopped the pension for ex-governors and all that. Secondly, he also passed the bill. Those senior citizens, those who are above the age of 60, that they should, paying them some little money and have access to it. How do you see such a development? How is it something that is commendable?
For me, what that governor is doing is a welcome development. Imagine senior citizens, let's say paying them, and maybe the pensions is paying out. And as you said, you mentioned something. Can you come again? That you mentioned.
No. I was talking about the bogus pension to ex-governors.
Okay. Of course, because me, I'm in agreement. Of course, me, I'm perfectly in agreement for that. Because what's the essence? You are, as a governor, you serve, let's say 4 years, 8 years, and the amount of money that went in. Maybe let's say some of them that looted the treasury, and upon leaving office, you still expect the government to pay you. When it's for me, I don't know when it's not, let's say, convention and civil service and stuff. So why should they pay you? Why should be on pension?
Okay, I will not say now. What do you advise? Can this thing happen at the federal level?
For me, at the federal level, I think it should. I think it should be able to replicate that, at the federal level.
Because we are talking about cutting costs of governance.
Definitely, I believe. I'm not saying that maybe being able to serve, whether the federal or government or state. I believe that what they can, they can have what you call, paying them off.
Okay.
Paying them off.
Okay.
Maybe calculate, let's say the amount of money you see to a kind of settlement, set them off. Okay. Because as they continue to earn, even living after living in office, it does already or drain on the purse of the state.
Okay, thank you. I wish you success. Thank you,
sir.
Thank you for giving us your time. I also know you are going to be either the senator or a governor.
By the grace of God.
So I believe when you get there, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it.
Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure. Thank you, sir. All right, sir.